Hi there, I'm Rachel. This is Body by Bender Mat Pilates. Let's get started lying down on the floor. So have everyone come onto their backs. Bring your legs into tabletop to start. And just bring your knees together, your toes together. You want to have a nice tight zip up from your toes up to your pelvic floor. And let's just start by bringing those hands up to the ceiling at the same time. And just take a second to shrug those shoulders up away from the floor. Press them down, opening up the collarbone. Shoulders shrug up, reach towards the sky, press back down. Just stretching out the shoulders here. I don't know why for some reason I was doing this morning. It felt really nice. Felt kind of like my dog when she's on her back. A couple more times here. Just stretch it out. Little shrug. 2 more. Place those arms down along by your side. Fingertips lightly pressing into the floor. And we're just going to start taking those legs side to side. So when you tip those knees in one direction, pull back to center, and switch to the other side. That's all we're doing to start. So that opposite hip is going to pop up as you bring the knees down. Try to keep the knees tracking over the hips the whole time. And use your abs to pull the legs back in. That's why I want you to squeeze those knees together so that the quads are not as kind of engaged and reaching. Use those abs. Let's go a couple more times on each side. 2 more. Last one. Come back to center. Once you take those legs over to whatever side you want to start on, extend them out now. Bend in, come back to center, and switch. Extend, bend in, and switch. Going back and forth. Keeping the legs bent in the center for now. And go to a point where it's a little bit kind of challenging. It's a tiny bit sketchy to pull those legs back in. The lower they are to the ground, of course, the harder it's going to be to pull them back. Let's do a few more times on each side. Good. Last time each side, and then we'll come back to center. Kick it out, bring it in. Good. Extend those legs straight towards the sky now in the center. We're going to tick-tock those legs over to one side, pull all the way back in, and switch to the other side. Option to keep those knees bent if it's a little too much to have the legs straight for this. But I want you to try to keep them straight if you can. It might not be a huge range of motion. I just want you to feel those abs helping you pull those legs back in. Sometimes the belly on the hand helps you feel an activation of your abs drawing down towards the floor. Couple more times here. Good. I'm feeling that. Last one, come back to center. And we're just going to go for a little pelvic tucks up to the sky. So the hips lift 1 inch, press back down. Basically pull your belly button down as far as you can to the ground, which will help you naturally lift your hips up just 1 inch. Any higher than that, and I feel you're going to be using your quads too much for momentum, keep it small, keep it muscular. Tiny little press here. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Bend those knees into your chest. Rock yourself up to seated and plant those feet flat on the floor in front of you. Scoot your butt back so you have a nice stable base. Bring those feet hip width apart. We're just going to take those hands straight out in front of us, palms reaching up towards the sky. Start to roll back down into a C curve. Your bottom shape of this movement is when your back starts to feel like it's pinching or your feet start lifting. That's your low point. From there, you scoop in the belly button and lift it back up. Come all the way up to sitting nice and tall. Don't stand up. Stay on the floor. It's nice down here. Big scoop. Lifting up. Good. And just keep those fingertips reaching forward. Find that opposition and length through the arms and through the spine. As we move here, let's go 4 more times just like this. Nice and small. Nice and controlled. 3 more. Just keep that gaze forward. Keep the chin out of the chest for 2. Last one. I want you to hold down halfway now. Hook those thumbs together. Flip those palms so the hands are facing down. Tiny pulses up and down here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that whole shape. Just twist it over to one side. Turn towards me, towards the camera, maybe to start. Pulses up and down here for 10, 9. Hips stay still. Twist from that waist for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep holding here and just twist back 1 inch further. Keep twisting back. Trying to crack your back here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Sit up all the way tall for a second. Let those hands go. Rehook those thumbs. Roll back down. We'll do the other side. Twist from the waist. Pulse up and down for 10, 9. Rest of the body is still. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting back now. and back. Try to send those hands behind you as much as you can. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. Roll all the way down onto your back. And just take a second, let your knees fall side to side. Get any little tension out of those hip flexors. And then we're going to take those legs back to being planted on the ground. Bring them together this time, and I want you to extend just your left leg up towards the sky, just the left to start. We're going to bring those hands reaching up towards the sky at a diagonal, not straight up, a diagonal. And we're going to start to scoop that belly button, lifting up, trying to reach our hands up towards our toes, and then roll back down, little teaser prep. I don't want the head and chest to come all the way down. I want you to stay in the abdominal work. So keep the head and chest lifted, keep reaching forward. Oh good, I'm rolling over the really creaky spot in my floor. I can hear it now. It's a good motivator so I don't like press down. 3 more here. Good. Last 2, big scoop of that belly button. Final 1, reach up as high as you can, hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Send those hands down for a second. Bring that left leg down, extend the right leg up. Arms up towards the sky again at that diagonal angle. Head and chest lift up. We start to curl up. Reaching those hands towards those toes. Use those abs to help you get there. We lift it up. Good. I don't know why I'm saying good. I'm saying good to myself, basically. I'm sure you're all doing good too. There you are. I can see you, Jessie. 3 more here. Actually, no, 4 more. I lied. Now it's 3 more. Last 2. Final 1. I want you to hold at the top and just hold up here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll all the way down. Take those hands down by your side for a second. Last thing we're going to do here. Let's try extending both those legs up now, that high diagonal. Those hands reach up at a diagonal as well. And curl up as high as you can. See if you can reach those fingertips over those toes. Roll back down. You have the option to keep your knees a little bit bent here, and that helps you get up. That's fine by me. We're just going to here 4 more times, because these are tough, and I'm having trouble today too. 3 more. Good. Last 2. Reach for those toes. Final 1. Good. Lower it down, bend those knees into your chest. My last one, that was not a very victorious one. That was hard. All right, roll those knees in one direction, roll them the other way. And when you're ready, I want you to rock yourself up and flip on over to all 4s. So we're gonna come around and just do a little cat-cow, stretch out the stomach there, stretch out the spine a little bit more. Rounding the back, pulling the spine in. Good. Just roll with it for a few seconds here. And when you're ready, I want you to find a place of stillness. So your hands are right underneath your shoulders, your hips are underneath your knees, your back is flat, your gaze is just a little bit ahead of you instead of straight down to the floor. I don't want your chin in your chest. I want you to have a nice long spine. From here, just extend that left leg out behind you and check in right away with that hip. Make sure that left hip point can just pop up there. Those hips are facing down, abs are drawing in, and we're just gonna start to bend that knee into the elbow, reach out behind us. We bend it in, reach back out. So you're kind of doing a little bit of a side crunch here as you reach it in. You're twisting just a little bit in that waist. So you're not dumping into that right hip. You're pulling into the left side of your waist. 4 more times here, just like this. 3 more. 2. Last one, I want you to hold that leg in, hold it near that elbow, and then start to lift it up towards the sky, bring it right back down. Little fire hydrants here, very graceful, I know. Again, keep trying to avoid dumping into the right side. Keep pressing into that left hand. As you peel that left hip open, we go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold that leg out, drop down on your right forearm now, and peel open that left hip. So that left hip is facing towards the sky, so keep that knee bent in. We're gonna start to extend that leg out, bend the knee, pull it into that elbow again. Extend up at high diagonal, pull it right back in. We're still drawing the abs toward the spine, keeping the neck long. Not collapsing on the right side. Again, keep pulling in on the right side of those ribs. Big extension out. Pull it back in for 4, 3, 2. Last one, I want you to hold that leg up as high as you can. Little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg down to the floor. Lift right back up. Nice full range of motion. Keep pulling those abs in. Neck is long. drawing away from the shoulders. 8 more times here. 7, keep reaching long for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring that leg all the way down. And I want you to flip on over onto your right forearm now. We're gonna come into a little bit of a side plank here. So your feet are gonna be on top of each other, or option to stack that left leg in front of the right so you have a little more of a stable, wide base. We're gonna start just pressing up with our forearm. So let's lift up, bringing that whole side of the body off the floor. Right ribs are tucking in, hips are facing right in front of you, not peeling it towards the sky. And we're just gonna pulse them up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all down, rest for a second, reset. All right, let's go for another round here. I'm gonna give you a couple of options of variations you can do. Option just to lift up and extend that top leg up and tap it down, or just hold here, or do as little pulses again. If you're bringing your leg up, go for 5 more here. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Bring it all down, rest, rest, rest. All right, last set we're gonna do here. Basically, we're gonna go for 2 options. Either you come up onto your hand and hold, or you come up onto your hand, like your full stretched out arm, and do a little threading underneath through the right side of your body. So we lift up, left arm reaches up towards the sky, scoop under, reach back forward. Scoop it under, reach forward. Or option just to hold it here. We're just gonna go for 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good, bring it all down. Relax that wrist, shake it out. Shake out the other side too. And then we're gonna flip on over and do the whole set on the other side. Get a little side abs and side butt here today, why not? All right, find that nice all fours position. Extend that right leg out straight behind you, and we're just gonna pull it in to the right elbow. Reaching it out, make sure that right elbow is right underneath that shoulder. Reach it back and forward, just gently bringing that knee into that elbow. Without doing anything too crazy in the spine. You're gonna crunch a little bit on that right side, but you don't need to swing your hips to make it happen. Keep it nice and controlled. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, go 4, 3, 2, last one. I want you to hold that leg in and just start to open it to the side, bring it back down. Little fire hydrants here. Peel open as much as you can in that right hip. Not collapsing the left side. Keep that weight in that right hand. In fact, you should be able to hover your left hand off the floor just 1 inch here. That lets me know and lets you know that you're nice and bounced. 5 more times here. Peel it open. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Bring that right forearm down. Keep that leg up. Peel open that right hip. Oh, sorry, left forearm down, not right forearm. Bend that right knee into the right elbow. Lengthen it back behind you. Still pulling the abs here. Reach it back. We're not doing anything crazy in the spine. It's not a dramatic arch. If anything, you just curl a little bit, then straighten out the back again. Deep breath. Reach that leg up as high as you can without collapsing to your left side. Good. Let's go for 8 here. 7. Big reach for 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. Final one. Hold that leg out long. Tiny taps to the sky for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Just drop those toes down. Lift right back up. Nice little full range of motion here. Down and up. And really use that glute to help you lift here. So it's not like the quad making you do a dramatic high kick. It's that glute squeezing that just helps you naturally lift the rest of the leg up. Keep going here. Nice and long. Keep it pretty. Let's go for 8. 7. 6. 5 more. Last 4. 3. 2. Final one. Bring that leg down. Good. Let's flip on over to our left side here. So left forearm is down. Right foot is stacked on top or reaching right in front. And we just press up into that side plank. Right arm extends up towards the sky. Tiny pulses up and down here for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring it down. Rest for a second. All right, options here. Again, you can just hold up there to keep that pulse. Bring the feet on top of each other if you have them crossed in front. Or option to float that leg up towards the sky and kick it up a couple times here. Let's go for 8. Ooh, side is harder. 7, 6, I can do it. 5, 4, maybe. 3, 2, last one. Good. Collapse down and cry. Excellent. All right, this is what I feel like doing. All right, last one here. I want you to press up all the way into that straight arm, and you can just hold it up there, no problem with me. And if you want to, you can start to thread the needle under your body. So the right arm extends up, reach underneath the left side, reach back up. Just 8 times here. Scoop it down and lift up. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, bring it all down. Whew. And come press back into a child's pose. Send those hips back as far as you can. Reach the fingertips forward, round the back. Whew, and just breathe. Take a quick reset. And then we're gonna come down onto our forearms. Toes tucked underneath us. I'm just gonna flip around this way. You don't need to flip anywhere else. I just do because I like to hide my mic as if it's an illusion. I'm just talking this loudly. All right, so come onto your forearms. Feet are curling, toes are flat on the ground to start. Let's just go into a really lazy swan. So I want you to press the hands up. So you kind of just basically come into a cobra. Relax your low back, get lazy with it. Bring your shoulders together behind you. Scrunch your neck into your shoulders. Do all the bad things. Do everything bad to start. Just relax. Let the low back release. Good. And when you're ready, come down. We're going to correct all that and do it all in better form. So bring those hands right underneath your armpits. Elbows are tucked in towards you. Tops of the feet press down into the floor. And we just go into that baby swan. So I want you to pull the belly button in. Squeeze the glutes as you lift up. Just bringing the elbows in line with the rib cage. Lower right back down. Use the pull of your shoulder blades together to help you lift here. And reach back down. Gaze is slightly ahead of you. Don't look down directly into the floor. I want the chin out of the chest. Reach the shoulder blades back towards each other. Hands can help you lift up a little bit here, but I want that work to be in the back more than anything else. Let's go for 5 more here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. 4 more. Big opening up in that collarbone. Last 3. 2. On this final one, hold everything up. Take those hands, make them into fists. Hover the fists off the floor. Elbows are tucked in towards you, palms in towards you. Start to reach those hands back, extend the arms, reach up 1 inch higher in the chest. Pull everything in. And again, we're using the shoulder blades here, not scrunching the neck up to help us move. Keep that neck nice and long. It's like you're the bow of a ship, right? Like that very ornate mermaid they have in the front. She's always looking forward. She's always like blowing wind or something. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I haven't been near a ship in a very long time. Why would I? Keep her reaching back. Let's go for 4 more here. 3 more. Keep that neck nice and long. For 2. Final one, I want you to hold those arms back. Start to tap those fists towards each other right behind your butt for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them down. Curl the toes underneath you, press back. Child's pose. Relax the spine before we make it do a little more work. We're gonna do a tiny, not that tiny, actually kind of a long set of planks, just because I feel like doing them today, so we're all gonna do them. So I want everyone to come onto their forearms. So you can either have, you can start with your knees on the floor. Get the shape in your upper body first. So I want the palms facing towards each other, or option to wrap one fist around the other. To kind of give yourself a tripod. And we're just gonna lift those knees off the ground, find that plank, and tap them right back down. Knees lift and lower down, tiny tap. We're not putting any weight into the knees. This is trying to be very gentle with them. Keep the work in your abs. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Relax the body, let it come down for a second. Take a breather. You can press back into a child's pose if you want. I just personally, I watch TV like this, so for me, this is my relaxed position. All right, from here, I gotta crack my toes. Geez, press up again into your plank position. This time I just want you to saw the shoulders forward over the elbows and back behind. So we reach up on the tippy toes, press back behind. Tippy toes, and then flex the heels. That's what helps move your body here. Just bringing the shoulders over the elbows and behind them for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it all down, rest. Good. All right, we're gonna do 2 more sets here. So I want you to press up against that plank. This time we're gonna pike those hips up. Crown of the head's gonna come down. You might need to adjust your feet. Adjust your feet at the top of your pike, not at your plank. And then reach down, find that nice plank position again. Scoop the belly button up, crown of the head comes down, we reach back out. Pull from right behind your belly button here. I say it all the time, but that means I want you to keep out of your quads. If you think about your stomach, you think less about the front of your legs. Let's go for 4 more here. 3 more. Last 2. Final one. Bring it all down. Rest. Send those hips back this time. Child's pose. Help us prep for our last move here. So for this one, I want you to come up onto your hands. You're gonna bring your heels together, toes apart. So you got a little turn out in those knees. We're gonna hover those knees up. Send everything back. You're coming to a nice low squat. And then reach forward, find your plank. You might need to do a little bit of adjustment with your hands. But I really care more about that squeeze the glutes that helps you lift back out. Let's go for 8 more here. 7, 6, 5 more. Last 4, 3, 2. Final one, I want you to find and hold that last plank there. Separate those heels. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those knees down. Excellent. All right. We're going to do one last thing here, and then we're going to cool down and stretch. Let me just check on my little timer up there. Oh, good. Okay. I'm not running out of time. Great. This recording won't stop in the middle. Excellent. All right. Bring your feet flat onto the floor, lying onto your back. We're going to do a little bit of bridging to finish things off here. So we're going to peel that spine off the floor. Find your shoulder bridge. Ribs are drawing in, abs are tucking in. We roll right back down, bone by bone by bone. Try to lengthen out of those quads. Send the knees over your toes. So that's what you think of. You want to get long in the front side of your body as you lift. Don't crunch it all in. The longer you are in the front side, the more support your backside will feel. So keep lengthening out. Good. Let's go for 4 more here. Nice articulation, activation on both sides of the body. 3 more. Good. Last 2. On this final one, I want you to hold those hips up as high as you can and just start to drop those hips down to the floor. Lift right back up. Big squeeze and lift. Drop, squeeze, and lift. Don't worry about the articulation. Just send those hips down. Keep the rest of that back up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, I want you to hold those hips up high. Take that right leg into tabletop and then extend that right leg up long. We're going to drop that right heel down to the floor, kick it up to the sky. Drop down, kick it up. As high as you can go. Keep those hips even. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, final one. I want you to hold the leg up as high as you can. Point towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down through the spine. Release that leg. All right. Send your hips back up. Find that bridge. That left leg comes into tabletop. Extend straight towards the sky. We drop that left foot down to the floor. Scoop right back up to the ceiling. Drop it down. Kick it up. Drop and lift. Let's go for 8 here. Keep those hips as even as you can. Squeezing that right glute for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you hold the leg up towards the sky. Tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way down. Bend those knees into your chest. Circle the knees in one direction. And circle the other way. Good. Rock yourself up to come into an all fours position and bring your right foot in between your hands. So you've got 90-90 angles with your knees. Press up into a lunge and start to press yourself forward. So that right knee is going to come over those right toes and tuck the tailbone so you get a little length in that left hip flexor through the front side of your quad. And just lean it forward as far as you're comfortable with. Option to bring the hands up overhead. Get a little more balance work in there. A little bit of extra stretch for the abdominals. And maybe take that into a tiny baby back bend. Reaching the arms behind you, bending from the mid back, not below back. And then bring everything down. Walk your hands on the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your foot to the corner of your mat. And find a little lizard's pose. So maybe you just lean down that leg or come down on the elbow. And just breathe into it for a second here. Try to send that right knee out as far as you can to the side. Get a nice deep stretch for your inner thighs. Good. You can kind of rock it back and forth a little bit here too if you'd like. And whenever you're ready, bring yourself back up on your hands. Heel toe your foot back into the center of your hands. And then just start to straighten that front leg out. Heel toe it forward. Flex the toes and send your hips back. Find that half split stretch. So try to keep the hips squared off. Use your hands for support as much as you need. Option, of course, if you want to get fancy and test your balance, is to maybe bring it to your fingertips, maybe reach up. Can I even do that today? Oh God, that's really hard. Okay. Just, find yourself in space. I can barely do this. This is so challenging. Bring your hands down if you're like me and having trouble. Okay, and whenever you're ready, rebend that front knee. Bring those toes back. Left leg comes forward. Come up into that lunge position. Don't fall. And then start to reach that left knee forward over your toes. Pull the tailbone underneath you. Find the stretch in your right hip flexor, even here. Nice and tall out of the waist in your spine. Those hands can reach up overhead. Maybe we go for that baby back bend here as well. Finding the length in the fronts of our body, bending just the mid-back. And when you're ready, bring those hands down to the inside of your left foot. Heel toe the foot out to the corner. Turn out the toes. Lean forward. Maybe come down into the elbows. Find that lizard stretch on the other side. And you can play back and forth, bend into it. Just keep trying to peel that left hip open and still kind of drop the right hip down at the same time. So we're finding that opposition in length on both sides of the body. And whenever you're ready, come back up onto your hands. Walk your foot back into the center of your hands. Heel toe out a little bit. Flex in that front leg. And start to send your hips back. Find that half split stretch. Just keep square up the hips. Because sometimes, I know for me, I will always just dip down to the left side and then my right hip pops out. Just try to square it off. Maybe try to find that balance again here. Come to the fingertips. Maybe you come up. Oh, okay, this side I can kind of do. Okay, all right, stay. Good. Easy, all right. Bring it all back down. Rebend that front knee. Bring your feet right underneath you and stand up and just roll your upper body over your legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, stretch down 1 inch deeper, bring that crown of the head to the floor. Relax your face, your jaw, your neck, your eyeballs. Just let everything go. Find that length, the back side of your legs. Straighten out as much as you can. And when you're ready, start to roll yourself back up to standing. Bone by bone. Head is the last thing to come up. When you get to the top, circle your shoulders forward a few times. And circle them back. Last thing here, take a big inhale, bring your hands up overhead. And exhale, pull them down to your chest. And thank yourself for working so hard because we are done for the day. I am sufficiently sweaty, so I think it's a good place to stop. Once again, I am Rachel, this is Body by Bender, and I hope to see you again to work out soon. So thanks guys, it was fun.